What's good, YouTube? We back for another video, man. And before I get into it, I hope you guys have been locked in. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves, right? So, I'm gonna be talking about my day 4 of my dopamine detox. All right, it's my little 30-day series. So, yeah, man. I told y'all about how it's been getting easier for me to not be on my phone and stuff like that, because that's kind of the whole point of it, right? When you go so long without something, your brain would start to unravel. Your brain will start to not need it as much. You know what I mean? So I haven't been on my phone. I haven't listened to any music. And honestly, it's getting easier to not have to listen to music. You know what I mean? Because see, at first, music was something that I needed to listen to. Like anytime I'm in the gym, even driving, if I'm going to the store, I have to listen to music. And ultimately, it's not necessarily wrong listening to music, but it still has the same effect as everything else, right? Because like I told y'all, it has literally given me that dopamine rush, because I have to specifically keep finding the perfect song to listen to, because I listen to one song too much and then it'll get played out for me, because my brain is used to it and it doesn't give me that same stimulus. Because when you listen to a new song for the first time and it's actually a good song that's tough, your brain is going to get a rush from it, because it's a whole new song, right? It's a new type of song, you know what I mean? So that's why I had to stop listening to music, because it was actually becoming a distraction to, because it felt like I couldn't live life without music, you know what I mean? So like I said, man, it's been getting easier for me to not listen to music. You know what I mean? Now I can go to the gym, no music. You know what I mean? I have no problem with not listening to music. Another thing too is that, once again, just like last video, it's getting really easy for me not to be on my phone. Like at this point, I actually don't even want to be on my phone, because I just feel like now, I feel like my computer just turned off, but I just feel like now it's no point in me being on my phone. You know what I mean? Like I could entertain myself without me being on my phone. You know what I mean? See, the thing is that I always looked at my phone as a source of entertainment. If I'm bored, I'm gonna get on my phone, probably scroll, watch YouTube, something on social media, right? That was my form of entertainment. You know what I mean? But you gotta think about it, right? Back then, people didn't have their phones to entertain them. Back in the old days, nobody had their phones to entertain them. Nobody had their phones for that. You know what I mean? So, but nowadays, it's like we can't live without our phones. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing this, because we live in a generation where everything is online, right? So it's like nowadays everybody is on their phones, everybody. You know what I mean? And even I, one of part of, this generation, right? But I've realized, I'm like, since I've been doing this, and it's only been day 4, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need my phone to entertain me. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally just the same thing. Dopamine rush, dopamine stimulus, right? Social media, I don't need social media to entertain me. You know what I mean? What I've had to entertain me this entire time, oh crap, is writing my own book, and I'm getting ready to write another one, right? I've literally have been working on this book ever since I started this challenge, right? I ain't gonna say challenge, but I started this 30-day thing, because I want to do something. I want to find things to do besides being on my phone. And I'm the type of person that I'm not a big fan of writing. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of writing. Whenever I had ELA, I couldn't stand it. Because it was just, writing was just so boring to me. Like, especially because I always ended up writing about stuff that I didn't care about. So I thought I got this little book, right? And I'm thinking, okay, am I gonna write in this? And one day I tried to start writing in it, but see, I was still attached to my phone, so I didn't really care. But now that I don't have my phone, or I didn't say I don't have my phone, but now that I'm not on my phone, I kind of force myself to enjoy writing because my phone, since I don't have my phone, writing is something that I enjoy. It's like if my phone got taken away. It's like if I got grounded and I had to take away my phone, right? Something like writing or reading will actually become fun because I believe what happens is that when your brain will never let you be bored. Okay? Because if you don't have anything that could give you pleasure, like if you don't have your usual things that give you pleasure, like your phone, you know, your console, you know, your gaming, whatever, right? Social media. If you take all that away, a lot of people think that it's over for them, right? Like some people actually are going to like die. They feel like they're gonna die without it, right? And that's how it feels like. You at first it'll be hard because your brain is so used to it. So what happens is that your brain feels like it needs it to survive. But once you went a pretty good minute without your phone, without social media, without any of that, things like things like writing, reading, going for a walk, doing something, stuff like that will actually become more enjoyable and will actually start to give your brain dopamine, right? And that's kind of the whole point. I'm trying to shift my brain away from my phone, getting dopamine from my phone, and I want to get dopamine from things like writing, reading. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's been working because every single day I'm enjoying writing because, like I told you, I'm writing my own little story, right? So I actually enjoy writing, and I'm gonna literally make I actually, guys, I literally went and bought another book yesterday. I bought another notebook yesterday, so I'm gonna like literally make another book. You know what I mean? So listen, if my phone were to get taken away, bro, honestly, I'm fine. I'll be perfectly fine because I got this to entertain me. You know what I mean? Guys, look, I really been writing this shit. Y'all see this? I dead ass been writing this shit. For real. Like this, like I'm not playing. I dead ass been writing this shit. Like, you know what I mean? For 4 days straight, I've been writing. And it's not boring to me. I actually enjoy doing it. You know what I mean? Like I get dopamine from creating my own story. You know what I mean? So that's so everything's been going pretty good for day 4. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, it's only been a few days, you know, nothing crazy, but to think that it feels like a huge change only in a couple of days just goes to show how much my phone really has negatively impacted my life, because I've only been off my phone and social media for a couple of days, and it's already then shifted my brain already. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I've been doing really good, man. And also, like I said, I also want to do other things too. Like, you know, I actually am trying to go. Look, I'm gonna probably go today and get me like a little crossword puzzle book. You know, and the reason why I do that is because that's another thing that I can do to keep me, you know, to keep me entertained, right? Because a lot of people might find that boring, like yo, who's gonna like do a crossword search, right? Like who's gonna do that, right? But honestly, my mom actually had put me onto that when I was younger, and I actually used to do them, right? And it's crazy because back when I wasn't really on my phone, I used to do them, and she used to do them too, right? And I like it because it makes you have to think, right? It's not like something complex, you know, you just gotta look for the words, but it makes you have to think. You know what I mean? Like it literally gives you your brain. It's a good focus for your brain. You know what I mean? And I feel like honestly it'll help me as well. Also, like I said, I want to get some Rubik's cubes again so I can actually solve those too. You know what I mean? Like I want to generally entertain. Like I'm literally trying to go back to the old ways of entertainment without the phone. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically it for day 4, man. Ain't really not too much going on. Everything's kind of been the same. I've been still doing pretty good, man. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, man. And yeah, see y'all on the next one. Peace.